All right, so let's get started for today's session on little extra stuff. So in yesterday's session, we cover the basic fundamentals of and or not double quotations as well, the brackets, and we understood the use cases, how exactly we are using it in our LinkedIn or any other job portal. And also, we also ran the similar searches on Google and understood how exactly this and or not is working on Google as well. So any doubts, any questions on how exactly this and or not double quotations brackets are working in LinkedIn and Google? Did you do that practice? Did you go and did some homework on this? Okay.
Yes, Shiv,
Ping me
I
in
did.
chat. Whoever has done homework, ping me in chat, yes. Whoever has not done homework, ping me in chat, no. Show chats. Okay, so Shubratna, Basav, yes. Shubratna, yes. Only two people. Dhanlakshmi, yes. Three people. Mukesh, yes. Lavit, yes. Four, five. Anand, yes. Sayani, yes. Santosh, yes. Ravi, yes. Only 10 people. Okay, so to whoever has practiced, okay, what is that you observed? Any questions, any difficulties that you came across? Ravi, Sumati, Dhanlakshmi, Rohini, Basav, Venkatlakshmi, Shubratna, Santosh.
Yeah. So,
Okay, so
Shubhratna
Shubratna,
this side.
gmail.com,
Uh,
CV, resume. Yeah.
so I mean, I just did that search. I put fresher and no experience. So what message I was getting is, it looks like there aren't many great matches for your search. So is there something wrong in my keywords, or because it
I
is
didn't get
fresher
you.
or no
What you search
experience,
for?
so we'll not get. I searched
What is
for the PHP Laravel freshers, no experience. So
freshers?
I didn't get more results than that. Yeah.
No, fresher you won't get many profiles. They are freshers. They don't even know how to host the profiles. They are yet to learn.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
They get to learn. And no fresher mentions I'm a
Okay. So there
fresher in
is
the resume.
nothing wrong
The,
in
the
my
problem
key.
is the problem is no fresher mentions I'm a fresher in the resume.
Right. Right. Okay.
Okay. Nobody wants to mention that I'm a fresher in a resume. Nobody mentions that I'm a fresher in the resume specifically. But we'll see how do
Okay.
we get those there
So
as well.
there is no. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So we got some great searches. I was searching for resume. Shruti says I was searching for resume or CV. Cerner Millennium SQL CCL Cerner Command Language Bangalore. Okay, now let's take Shruti's keyword here. Let me just share a screen and let me go off video. Now coming back here, this is Shruti's search. So is it correct or wrong? If correct, why? If wrong, why? Syntactically, you tell. Shruti, you there? First, you only correct by yourself. Shruti, are you there? Shruti, can you please unmute yourself? Okay, so this is Shruti's search. Let me see a couple of more
No in
searches.
bracket.
Huh?
No in bracket. No ending bracket here.
No ending
Sequel,
bracket here. Yes,
serial.
you're spot on. There is no ending bracket here. So let me search for a couple of more. I was looking out for VI. Mukesh says using Boolean on LinkedIn and Google is different. Yes, absolutely. Rohini, what issue you had with spacing? Come on, guys, be
Oh, when I
interactive.
was using the,
Yeah, yeah, Rohini.
am I audible? Can you hear me, Shiv?
Yeah, you're audible.
When I had, when I was trying out the knot, so I had little issues with spacing, and then I had to come back to the note C and go back.
Got it. But you're clear now, right?
So with knot, I had, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's where this notes will help you out.
Shiv,
Yeah.
Shiv, yeah. So after in the search, right? After resume, there's a bar, right? And after bar, will there be space for CV?
No, I didn't get you.
Or,
After?
see, in the first search, resume, in the brackets we have resume, bar,
Hmm.
that is or, right? After
That is
or,
or.
there is a space.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's a space right after or CV.
Hmm.
So is that right, or there
Focus,
shouldn't be
focus,
any
focus. What we covered yesterday. Were you there in the yesterday's session?
yeah.
Hmm. Were you focused in yesterday's session is the right question, I think. Okay, so here we did cover. Do we need a space before and after or? For now, we may or may not need a space before and after or. However, when we move to the little advanced searches, we will realize various use cases and based on the need, we may or we may not include a space before and after or. So not just being in the session. Are you focused on a session? Not just attending the attendance, not just filling the attendance. Are you focused on a session? Okay, so complete focus,
Okay.
team, complete focus. Okay, because these basics are very crucial and very important to learn. Unless we don't get these basics perfectly fine, we won't be able to move to the complex searches. Okay, so did we understood how is this and or not working on Google as well on LinkedIn, and how are we using this double quotations as well? Not anyone has any question?
No, Shiv, I'm all good.
We're good.
Yeah, I'm all good.
All right. So let's come for a test now. Okay, so here I'm sending a test link. You have 15 minutes to answer. Okay, so I sent the test link. You have 15 minutes to answer. It is completely on a basics, whatever you covered in yesterday's or previous classes for weekday people also, for weekend people also. This is a level 1 test. So please go ahead and attend. Also, I'll share it in the group. Let's see how much we understood. So I think Bhavani, you just joined now. People who just joined now, there's an assessment that everyone is going through. We have completed level one, which is basically on our basic concepts of understanding and or not double quotation and brackets on LinkedIn as well on Google. So based on that, I've created a level one assessment. So I've also pinned level one chat link in a WhatsApp group as well as here in a Zoom chat. So please go ahead and complete the level one assessment. Upon completion of level one assessment,
Uh, is this
one is
the
that you will
different?
also get
Is this the different one?
which one?
I mean, is this the different one from what we wrote during the weekday first class?
This is the same one.
I
So
mean,
first day,
I've only the weekday batch. So we on the first day we got a link, right? It's the same one, no?
yes, it's the same one. Now you see the difference. After completion of 1 week, where did you progress?
Okay. Okay, got it.
What was the score that time and what is the score now? Let's see if we have anyone clearing a test with 100%. The passing bar is 90%. Let me just click on. So you'll also get a certification. I'll again curate a certification and give you. And apart from that, your name also will be called out on the various groups as well on a LinkedIn, so that it will help you brand yourself as well. So like that, 6 level of certifications. So by the time you complete 6 level of certification, definitely we would be in a situation to attract a lot of employees for a job. So let me make it 95% as a passing score. Okay. There are 360 plus people who already took the assessment, and very few could go for the actual score. So focus on each and every question, focus on each and every answer, each and every option, and see whether this option is correct or not. Every answer looks correct, but it's not correct. You have to read the thumb rules, you have to read the notes. Based on that, you'll have to understand. Then you know where you stand. If you want, you can zoom as well. Like if this is the option where every answer looks correct, but it's only one answer which is correct in that. I wanted each one of you to score 100%. But let's see where do we stand now. So whoever scores 100% for them, the offer is you go to Amazon.in, take a Boolean book, send me the screenshot, I'll refund you the amount. And this is only for a person who has cleared the assessment. Like that, there will be a series of 6 books, 5 to 6 books that you'll be getting with a lot of information, a lot of knowledge in it. Apart from that, I'm also coming up with some goodies, basically a box of gifts. So till 7:30 we have a time, another 8 minutes, or let's say 7:40 will take.
Yeah, I'm done. I just submitted.
Yeah, yeah. Let's wait for another 10 minutes and then we'll come back.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Shiv, I have a question. So, what if I want to take the test but not share it on social media? Is that okay with you?
Who's that? Santosh. Why
Santosha,
that so?
I mean, this is something that I'm doing for my learning, right? So maybe at the end, like after certifications, if things go well, maybe I'm just thinking, I just wanted to keep it private for some time. Is that okay?
That's fine, no problem. But generally, people
Okay.
wanted to
So,
call it
so
out. Why you want to keep it private?
I mean, because the 6 certifications, right? I really would like to share it at the end if things go well.
Got it. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh, Shiv, Ravi here.
Mhm. Yeah,
Shiv, currently I'm not working, so should I put it not working or can I put my
yeah,
last
you can put it.
employer's name and
No, no, just put not working so that if you want to work, people would see you as an immediate joiner and
okay.
approach you.
Okay, okay, fine.
So instead of not working, mention something. Are you looking out for opportunities?
Yes, I am.
Right. So looking for new opportunities, just mention.
Okay. I'm done with the test.
Okay, so another 1 minute, I think. So we received the responses from how many people? 30 so far wins. Let me just check. Mukesh to 23 people. So how many of us are there in the call? 29. 6 more people yet to submit. Can you please submit? If you need another 5 minutes, you can take. But please submit because we need to see where do we currently stand. That's really important. Naveen Rajan, you just missed by 0.5%.
Who, Shiv?
Shyam Devarkonda and Naveen Rajan, you just missed by 0.05%, 0.5%. You can resubmit the test, that's not a problem. Rest others, can you please submit? We only received from who has not submitted? Can you please raise your hand? Ravi, have you submitted?
So I have
Dhanlakshmi.
submitted.
Dhanlakshmi, do you need time to submit?
I'm submitting, Shiva. Please give me 1 minute time. So I'm choosing the LinkedIn
AG, who is AG?
link.
Sure, AG. Who is AG? AG, have you submitted? Anand, have you submitted?
Yes, Shiv, have submitted.
Basav, have you submitted?
Yes, yes, I
Bhavani,
got
have you
that.
submitted?
I managed that.
You got your
Yes,
certificate
Shiv, I
as well?
submitted. I
Awesome.
got my certificate. Yes.
Awesome, awesome. Dhanlakshmi,
Thank
Dhanlakshmi, have you submitted?
Got the
Deepika,
certificate also. Shiva.
awesome.
Submitted, Shiva.
Congratulations.
Give 1 minute.
Okay, Deepika, HP, who is this HP? HP, please join with your full name, otherwise I'll have to remove you from the next time.
Yes. Yes, hi, Shiv, Deepika here.
Aruna,
Yes, Shiv.
have you submitted? Lavit, you're missed, closely missed. Mukesh, Mukesh, have you
Yeah,
submitted?
Shiv.
You submitted?
Yes, yes.
Naveen Rajan, submitted.
Yes.
Nikita Gupta,
Yes, Shiv,
Parmeshwari,
I've submitted.
Parmeshwari,
Yes, sir, I
you
submitted.
submitted the test. Ritika,
Yes, I completed.
okay. Rohini, Saifa,
Yeah, Shiv, I've submitted.
Sayani,
Yeah, Shiv, I'm done.
Shubham,
Yes, I have submitted.
Shyam
Yes,
Devarkonda,
I have.
Shruti Naidu,
Submitted.
Sumati Aram Raju,
Yes, I've done.
Shweta
Yes,
Ghosh,
I've done.
Syed, Uma, Venkat Lakshmi.
Yes, Shiva. I have submitted.
Who is that? Umana, Venkat Lakshmi. Okay, Uma, I did not
Venkat
receive.
Lakshmi.
Let me go ahead and release the scores. Okay, now we know how much we actually understood. Did you got your scores? Can you please confirm?
Will
Yes.
we
Yes.
by email? Yes.
Yes, we got it,
Yep.
Shiv.
You'll receive by email. Okay, now we'll go over the test. So let's see first who all has scored 100%. Okay, so Santosh Varghese, 86%, 86 of 86. Congratulations. Then Navin Rajan, you just missed. Santosh Varghese, I think you have taken second time. First time it was 70 of 86, then second time it is 86 of 86. Then Navin Rajan, 81 of 86, you just missed by 0.5%. What, Navin?
Can I retake it? Sure.
You
The
can
test?
resubmit the test.
Can
You
I
can
read?
resubmit the test.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. And then Ravi Ramanathan, 76 of 86. Just check where are you wrong and then resubmit. Shruti Naidu, 76 of 86. Very close, but maybe one or two questions you went wrong. Shyam Devarkonda, 81 of 86. Very close, just 0.5%. Otherwise, you would have made it. Ritika Ghosh, 86 of 86. Excellent. Congratulations. Sayani Sengupta, 60 of 86. That is something not really acceptable, Sayani. You have to focus. You have to focus on uh, trainings as well, the notes. Please go through the trainings and the notes. Santosh Varghese, 70 of
Sure.
86. First attempt, then second attempt, 86 of 86. Anand Bhatt, 86 of 86. Excellent. Shubratna Nigam, 70 of 86. Shubratna, you have to focus. Venkat Lakshmi,
Yeah.
86 of 86. Congratulations. Deepika, 86 of 86. Congratulations. Lavit, 80 of 86. Closely missed. Saifa, congratulations. 86 of 86. Shubham Solanki, 86 of 86. Excellent. Congratulations, Saifa and Shubham. Parmeshwari, 86 of 86.
Thank you,
Awesome.
Shiv.
Congratulations. Baswaraj, Baswaraj VM, 86 of 86. Amazing. Congratulations. Rohini Srivastav, 86 of 86. Amazing. Congratulations. Sayed, Hindustan Recruitment. Sayed, you'll have to improve and also share a recording of weekends, Saturdays, and Sunday. Go through it, improve it, and anytime try to reappear on a coming week. Yeah, Sayed? Nikita, 86 of 86. Amazing. Tulsi Bhavani, 86 of 86. Amazing. KH Aruna, 86 of 86. Amazing. Then Mukesh, you closely missed 81 of 86. Just one.
Shiv, can I ask one thing?
Yeah.
Here in this question, what I have missed here, what are Boolean operators or logic search, right? So
We'll come
I
there.
thought, because basically Boolean operators help us to expand or narrow our search results as per our requirement.
We'll come there.
So
We'll
I
come
clicked
there.
on that.
We'll come there. Allow me some time. We'll come there.
Okay.
Okay. So great. Rest of the team members, please submit if you have not submitted yet. Now let me just share my screen and tell you.
And
Shiv,
so we can resubmit
Shiv,
also.
this is Sumati.
You can resubmit.
Okay,
Huh?
thank
What,
you.
Dhanlakshmi?
Shiv, this is Sumati. I have
Yes,
not
Sumati.
received anything scored on my email.
Yeah.
Just check which are the email
Uh,
ID.
yeah, Shiv, even I didn't receive any email.
How is that possible? Few of you received, few of not received.
I don't know.
Just check if it is gone to your junk or anything.
Sumati.
So,
Okay.
Sumat, which email ID you gave? If you submit the test, then only you'll get it. Don't expect an email without submitting the test. What's your email ID, Sumati?
Yeah, my email is correct.
So here Navin Rajan, you can see my screen, right? So Navin Rajan, Prachi, Santosh, Navin Rajan, ING Ravi, Shruti, Shyam, Ritika Ghosh, Sayani Sengupta, Santosh, Anand, Shubh, Lakshmi, Deepika Anand, Laveth, Basir, Subham Sholaking, then Param BC Parmeshwaris, BHM Baswaraj, Rohini, Abdullah, Syed, Nikita 28, Nikita, Tulsi Bhavani, Aruna, S. Ghosh, Mukesh, Varsha Kumari. Yeah, I think you have not submitted the test.
Shiv, actually, I've submitted. My email is here, but even I haven't received an email. Even I haven't received an email.
I'm sure submitted it is.
Yeah, Shiv, even my email ID is correct.
Release course. Click once more. I don't know. Who all got the scores? Ravi, you got the scores?
I got it, Shiv.
I've also got it.
You all got it.
Anand here. I also got it, Shiv.
I also got
I think the setting is something like that. Who has passed the assessment, only they are supposed to get it. Uh, so what happened in past is like there were people who did not pass and they were able to see the right answers. And again, after looking at the right answers, they were submitting. So I've changed the settings in such a way that whoever has passed, whoever has scored that 95%, only they are getting the certification and the scores. Anyone who scored less than 90% and got the scores. Okay, so let's see. Okay, now coming back to the question. Let's discuss what is search. Search is basically searching for anything. Search is searching using Boolean operator. Search is finding an information on online or offline. So basically, all of them is correct. Now, I wanted you to answer. What is search? Guys, please be involved. Make it interactive.
Searches could mean
All of
anything.
them.
Right.
What's the
Right.
right
All of
answer?
them.
All
Right.
of them.
All of
Right. Okay. So, what is Boolean operator logic or search? Anyone here?
Yeah,
First
is
one, or not.
Shiv. So for me, first and the third one, both are correct. So I have, ticked the third one.
All
It's
the three
basically
are
all
correct.
of them. Boolean
Them.
operators are basically an operator like and or not
It's
and
all of them.
double quotations, which helps us in fine-tuning the searches. Let me just take this link. To other page. Okay. So here, what is Boolean operator or logic? Okay, Boolean operators are basically operator like and or not and uh, brackets as well, double quotation, which helps us in fine-tuning our searches. Boolean operators are operator like and or not, which will have to use in a combination of keywords to get a better result. Basically, Boolean operator help us to expand or narrow our search result as per our requirement. So which one is correct?
All of
them are correct.
All of them.
All of them. Yes. Okay. Which Boolean operators are accepted by LinkedIn or any other job portals? Please select the right option. Only the right options we need to select. And or not. Is it accepted by LinkedIn?
No.
Right?
Yeah. Case sensitive.
Right. Second option.
No, again a case
Same
sensitive.
reason. Right.
Third option.
Answer is
Again a
4.
case
Okay.
sensitive.
Fourth one. Yeah.
Fourth option.
It's none of them actually. The flower brackets are not an
It's a
operator.
curly bracket. It's not. It's a
Parentheses.
curly. It's a curly bracket. It's not a bracket. So none of them. Okay. Which Boolean operator are not accepted by LinkedIn or any other job portal? Please select are not accepted by LinkedIn. And or not.
Second one.
No.
Second one. Okay. This is something which is because here is a curly bracket. Okay. Please select the right Boolean operators. Okay. So which one is right here?
And
Capital and
First,
Mhm.
fourth.
First,
One,
second,
capital
third.
not.
four,
Yeah. First, second, fourth. And
First, second, third.
fourth.
Sorry, first, second,
no,
fourth.
Third is
third.
not.
Third
Yeah.
1, 2, 4, 6.
1, 2, 4, 6,
6 and 7.
and
7.
7. Right. Okay, which search is correct for LinkedIn or any other job sites? To search for profile or resumes, please select the right one. Okay, which search is
Second.
correct for LinkedIn
Second.
or any other job site? Okay,
Second, but
why
Second
first
one.
one is wrong?
because
should
there
be
is no
Not
bracket.
bracket.
nested.
Bracket.
Java or
No
Java or
bracket
Python, there is no
or
bracket. Right.
Because there is no bracket. Why second one is wrong?
Second
Second
one
one
is
is
right.
Second one is right.
Second one is right. Why third one is wrong?
Java
This is
or
wrong.
Python is not in brackets.
or
SQL.
there is
No
no
Again, no
bracket.
bracket.
Fourth.
Exactly. Okay. Which search
No
is correct
bracket
for
and also
LinkedIn?
it's not nested.
Exactly. So which search is correct for LinkedIn or any other job site to search for profile or resume from? So first one, is it correct?
Second one.
Why
Second
first one
one.
is
No,
wrong?
it's not. And software developer,
Double quotes.
there is no
Double
double quote.
quotation.
Okay, why
Yeah.
second one is wrong?
Second one is right.
Second one is right.
Why third one is wrong?
No bracket.
After
No
any
bracket.
No
closing
bracket.
bracket.
No opening and no closing bracket.
And why fourth one is wrong?
In the software programmer, double quotes is not proper. There
There
is
is a single.
One single quote. Yeah.
It's a single quote, right? Okay. Which search is correct for LinkedIn or any other job sites for profile resume? Please select the right ones.
last one.
Yes.
Last
Hmm?
one. Last one.
Last
Last
one.
Why first one is wrong?
Because
Double
Operator or
quotation is not there.
Is in small.
software developer, there is no quote for software developer.
or
Okay,
is
why
in small
second
that
one
you.
Yeah, and operator is
why second one is wrong?
There is no space before or.
no space. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Before
Why third one is wrong?
Before or that's
Why
Double
double
quotation
quotation?
is not there for
Right,
software developer.
right.
Okay, this is not in a double brackets, in double quotations. Okay, while
Yeah,
performing a
if
search on LinkedIn or any other job
if
portal, do we need a space
it
before and
will.
after or?
Yes,
Hello,
yes.
Yeah,
Ashiv, if we don't give the double quotation software developer, let's say, so will it search for any of the, either software or developer, something
Right.
like that? What would
yeah.
be
Search will
there?
grow. It will start searching for software somewhere, developer somewhere.
Okay.
Okay. Do we need a space before and after or?
Yes,
Yes.
While performing a search on LinkedIn or any other job portal, do we need a space before and after and?
yes,
Are Boolean operators case sensitive?
Yes.
yes.
Are keywords case sensitive?
No.
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 While doing a search on LinkedIn and excluding some keywords which search is correct.
First
First
option.
one. Yeah.
Why second one is wrong?
We
Not
cannot
is
use not
first.
in the
And
beginning.
then they
Cannot
have
start with not.
Then why third one is wrong?
We cannot use not in between. I mean, in the middle. Which
It is
is
wrong.
okay.
You
Or
can
and
use
not is
is
written
or.
together.
not
Separate with
put
each
in
other. This two
bracket.
will not understand.
The options are not put in bracket for when or is
And
mentioned.
again, this or and not will not understand together.
Not
Similarly,
working.
this one and or not, we cannot give it together.
And not.
Okay.
Right.
And then why this one is wrong?
Or not is again confusing.
Again, it's getting confusing in between. This one, again, this one. So the first one is right. Please select the right option when you perform a search on Google. Here, which one is right? Yeah, Aruna.
Sixth one is right.
Shiv, this question, I had a doubt. So this question, I had a doubt. So here, there is no space after the minus. So I got a little confused over here.
It has to be like that as a thumb rule. After minus, we can't give a space because space is considered as and in the Google.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Sixth
So first
is
one, why first one is
correct
wrong?
answer.
Why first one is wrong?
Yeah, because we can't use not in Google because it doesn't understand NOT.
And or
And
not are
or
not the
not we
Google
cannot
operators.
use space, pipe, and minus.
Exactly. So that's reason this doesn't go. This is also doesn't go. This is also doesn't. This
Yes.
also doesn't go. Then why this one is wrong? Minus mobile or minus iPhone or minus Android.
Because
There is
or
no
is there.
operator between them.
Or
No,
is
no,
OR
no
or. It's
pipe.
not or. Right. No pipe.
Or it will not take.
Right. Why this one is wrong?
This is right.
Right one. Sixth one.
Okay. Why this one is wrong?
There is no space in the straight line.
Yesterday we explored, right? If we even execute it mathematically,
Yep.
it will not understand. And again, this and or, and again, this is in the beginning. So that's reason. All right. So I think we have a good understanding now, and majority of you who took the test when you're starting in the beginning, can you see the progress? Can you see the differences in the scores when you took for the first time and when you're taking now? Yes, no?
Yes.
Sumati Aram Raju, you just submitted, but we discussed the right answers. At least give.
Just I submitted now. Again. Again. Previous one only I submitted again.
Again, you
What
submitted previous one.
I checked before.
Huh.
Yeah. Previous same. I remember what I did, so I submitted the same.
No, previous submissions I did not get it.
Shiv?
Now one only I got it.
I don't know. I don't know what I wrote in the previous one. So I wrote same and did now again.
Maybe you did not click on submit
Shiv?
earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I submitted. I don't know what happened, but I submitted.
Now I got your response. If you see your email ID is now only it's appearing. Yeah, someone has any question, Ravi?
Yeah,
Ravi
but
or
I
Basav?
don't.
Yes, Shiv, one request.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get the certificate because I have got 76 in first attempt and then 86. So
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to check 86 out of 6. So if certificate is there, then it will help us for a opportunity. So is it like only for 86 out of 86 you will be giving the certificate?
Only someone who has scored above 95% for this. You attend once more, no problem. But if I'm
No, I
giving
have
a
attended. I
certificate,
got 86 out of 86.
see, if I'm giving a certificate for less than 70%, less than 80%, that means we are lowering our bar. If you're getting a certificate with
For 76 out of
95-100% means,
86, we will be getting it, Shiv?
yeah, everyone, 86 of 86, everyone will be getting it. You would have got it, in fact.
No, 76 out of 86.
They won't get it. 95% is minimum of passing score. Whoever has scored minimum 95%, you have already got the certificate. Like Vinaya Yadagiri. Okay, she scored 100%. So I'll bit modify it. I'll remove this made for free and all, and I'll resend it. Someone who has scored minimum 95%, they'll only get the certification. Someone who has scored 70%, no, they won't be getting it. It's only for someone who scored more than 95%. That's the passing score.
And those who will resubmit
You
and
can
get
resubmit.
95%. Okay,
You can
then they will
resubmit.
be able to
They'll be
get
able
the
to get it.
certificate at 95%.
They'll be able to get it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Thanks, Shiv.
No, you resubmit, score it, and get it.
Yeah. Sure.
Again, once more attend it after some time, once you brush up the concept. And the moment you get 100%, you get it. That makes sense as well, right? Otherwise, it would be more or less like we are lowering our bar. Then how will industry will value your certification? It would be just like another certification
Correct.
where people
Right.
take money and give you the certification. I don't want to do that. I wanted to give some value to it. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
All right then. So yeah, I think our progress is much better comparable to 2 weeks ago when we started 1 or 2 weeks ago. I think 1 week ago when we all took test, and now when we took, especially a weekend batch also. Someone who just started yesterday, I think based on the 3 hours. Anyone who started just yesterday and are able to score 100%? Anyone here?
I have started yesterday. Shiv, Basav here.
Me too,
Basav Raj.
Awesome.
Ravi here.
Same,
Rohini here.
Basav, Ravi, who else?
same here. Ravi.
Rohini.
Rohini,
Ritika.
Ritika, Ritika Ghosh. Okay,
Santosh.
Ritika, Santosh. Awesome. That means you're getting a proper understanding. I'm happy for that. So, are we testing our skill? Is this the right way of doing it?
Absolutely, yes, Shiv. But weekend batch just started yesterday, if I'm not wrong. Did I miss
Just yesterday.
previous batches or something? Did I
Previous
miss any
batch, weekday
batches
batch started on
in
Monday.
classes last?
Weekday batch started
Okay.
on
So
Monday.
I was opted for weekend.
Weekend we just yesterday
Okay.
started. Basavaraj, right?
Yes.
From Snyder.
Third row. Yes.
Awesome. This is great to see. That means it's definitely making a lot of sense and a lot of value for us. We're learning. It's a great way to track our progress. That's amazing. I'm so happy for you all. Whoever has scored so 100% and someone who missed just with 5-10%, appear it for once more. Refer to the notes. Refer to my notes. Refer to uh, the stuff. Everything is over there. Refer to the notes and then retake the assessment. I'm sure you'll be able to clear it, and then observe the answers very closely and try to understand why this will go, this will not go, and mainly stick to that particular thumb rules. All right. Aruna, when did you started KH Aruna?
Okay.
Shiva, I was in the weekday batch.
during the weekday, but again you came on a weekend. Great. Rohini, you just started yesterday, right?
Yes, yes, that's right. Sure.
Awesome, awesome. That's amazing to see. Okay, so moving on to the next. Okay, I will not take much time. This is great progress. So how many people we have who scored? Let me just see from the beginning. There's so much of work for me now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Anand, when did you start it?
Weekday, batch 2.
12. Mm, mm, mm. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 people. Wow, that's amazing. Out of 29 people, 18 people has scored 100%. And majority of you has scored at least 80-85%. That is not bad. That is also excellent. But our bar is little high. So please retake the test by tomorrow and try to come up to the 100%. Yeah, team? Yes,
Yeah,
no.
sure.
Okay.
Yes,
The reason the bar is
definitely.
high because
Yes.
if we need to get recognized, or the certificate needs to get recognized, then definitely the bar has to be high, and that's where you'll get the value also and the calls also for the interviews. And by the time you complete the sixth level of
Right.
certification, imagine the kind of a visibility that you would have got it in the industry and the number of interview calls you would have got it. I'm sure how much your the market situation is worse. With this level of certifications, definitely you will start getting a calls once you start announcing it. And that is basically for you. All right.
When we
So
can taste, when we can take the test again, Shiv?
you can take it till Wednesday. Okay. So
Okay,
now
after
moving
this
on to the,
class in the night, I can take
you can take
again.
it till Wednesday, madam. Till Wednesday night, till Thursday night, you can take it aram se whenever you have a time, you take it.
Same day I can take or not? Just I'm checking with you.
Take it
Today
anytime.
itself, in
Take it
the
anytime
end
is
of
what
day.
I'm saying.
Okay, that's what. Same day. Maybe it's for only after 24 hours something is there or not. I'm checking with you.
There is no cool down period.
Thank
In an hour, you take 10 time also, no problem.
you. Okay.
So yeah, now here we are on a level 2. The beginning of level 2 is gonna be exciting now. 11 months certification ends here.
Shiv,
Okay.
can we order the
And
book now?
you can order, send me the screenshot. Whoever has cleared 100%, whoever has got that certificate, order the book, send me the screenshot. I'll refund you the amount.
Okay, yeah.
All right. After you complete the
Sure,
reading,
thanks.
leave a review also. So you can just go to amazon.in and then just search for Boolean, and you'll see our profile on a first, our book on first results. And just in case, if you have a Kindle edition, it's still free for you. But just in case if you don't have a Kindle edition, you might have to buy it. Send me the screenshot, and then I'll refund you the amount. That is 449. Though 30% of amount, Amazon keeps it and refund you the complete amount. All right. So now coming back. Now level 2. I think more than the weekday batch, weekend batch is going little fast, right? Anyone who appeared in weekday and weekend both?
Yes, Shiv, that's thinking the You know, whatever we have covered in all the 5 days, we've almost covered it yesterday.
We
Yeah,
almost covered it yesterday.
even I too feel so, Shiv. Yeah.
In fact, everything we covered it yesterday. Whatever we covered in 5 days, everything we covered in just one initial 3 hours itself. And that too,
Exactly.
without hurrying up so much. All right. So now coming to level two. What is level two? That is little advanced, little advanced. What when I say level two, little advanced. Okay, so let's start with yeah. What are the various types of search results? Let's say I just search for okay. So when we search for software engineer, so exclude some of the ads and all and come to the actual content what it's giving. When we search for software engineer, so we are getting a three different types of outputs. Okay. So when I say we are getting a three different types of output, we are getting here. Okay. Here we have a title. Here we have this URL of the page, website link. Then here we have the title of that particular page. And here we have a text available in that particular page. And again, here we have a name of the website. So let's say if I'm hosting a website, then definitely I'm just giving some name to the particular website. So this here I'm saying the name of the website. And then here I'm saying URL part of the website. Here I'm saying title part of the website. Here I'm saying text part of the website. Clear? Any doubts? Any confusion?
No.
We're good? Yes,
Yes.
no?
Should
We're
be.
good, right? Okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
when I
Yeah,
search
fine.
for okay, it's getting recorded. Okay. So what are the varied types of Google output in search results? So when we search for anything on Google, we get the output in a three different format. Formats. Okay, so this is URL part, this is title part, and this is text part. Understood. How is this? Google has so basically Google has some advanced operator which will help us to define a keyword in a particular term. Okay, understood. But how is this going to help me in a sourcing? Basically, Google has some advanced operator which will help us to define the keywords to or to give a keywords which will help us to give a keyword in a specific part of a search result. Okay, understood. But how is this going to help me in sourcing? Basically, Google has some advanced operator which will help us to show a keywords in a specific part of a search result. When I say specific part of a search result, so this could be a URL part, this could be a title part, or this could be a text part. That is in URL, in title, in text. For example, in URL, resume. In URL, resume, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. In text, gmail.com. Okay, and in title, software engineer. define a keyword, or to mention to get the keyword from a specific part of a search term, to get the results of keyword with a specific, to get the search result, to get the results of keyword, to get the results, to get the results, to get the results of keywords from a specific part of search result. Okay, for example, in a Boolean search, we have used all the operators of in URL, comma, in title, right, in text, to get results of keywords with a specific part of a search result, or in a specific part of a search result. In a specific part of a search result. That is either in URL, that is in URL part, in title part, and in text part. And hence these advanced operators are to be used as okay. And hence this advanced operator are to be used as in URL colon. There shouldn't be any space between in URL and that colon. In title colon, in text colon. We'll also cover the thumbnails, but let's see what this search is doing. In URL resume, then HTML, CSS, JavaScript, in text Gmail, and then in title software engineer. I'll just go and give this result. Okay. So first, what we said in URL. So whichever the URL you see, every URL has a resume as a keyword. Resume as a keyword. Resume as a keyword in the URL part of the search results. Everything you see here also resume CAT. So resume is a no resume. Again, here also if you see, if I click on this, resume will be there in the keyword, in the URL part of it. Okay, so like that, let's say I just go to some of the advanced pages. Let's say I just come to the last. Okay, here also if I see, there is a resume in the URL part. So what I'm mentioning, give me the resume word in the URL part. After that, I mentioned, give me, let me just remove this. Okay, so this is friendly. You can write left, right, center, however you want in the operators. Unless you're using not, you're using at the last. But otherwise, you can use left, right, center. So in the URL resume, so every URL has a resume as a part of their URL, as a part of their URL, as a part of their URL. If you see the here, every URL has a word resume. And then we are saying we wanted in title software engineer. That's where we are seeing software engineer in the title, 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 software engineer in the title. That blue part is a title, software engineer in the 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 title. And then we mentioned in text Gmail. So once we open profiles, we'll be able to see their Gmail IDs into the profile, or some sample like this are also coming. They would also mention some sample as a Gmail and all, but otherwise, okay, like this, Vinutha Reddy, then at gmail.com. So we're getting there in text at the rate Gmail. In text, not necessarily always we have to use it. because without in text, with or without in text, by default it is searching for the text like HTML, CSS, JavaScript. We did not give in text HTML, in text CSS, in text JavaScript. Not necessary. In text is only for it's a double command. Like double quotation is a strong command. For even for a single word or a phrase, like the double quotation is a strong command. In text with double quotation is super strong command. So double quotation is strong command. In text is also strong command. In text with double quotation is super strong command. And this double quotation, this thing, let me just correct it up. Though it is working with the assumptions, but this is with the desired. So let's say in text, I use now super strong command. This becomes a super strong command now. So double quotation, anyway, it's a strong command. But now when we say super strong command in text, gmail.com, it started appearing. In text, gmail.com, and again in the double quotes. That's a super strong command. Okay, in text Gmail, in text Gmail, in text Gmail. So the first time we gave only in text Gmail, but now we give in text, double quote, and Gmail. Then it took it as a super strong command and it started highlighting like the Gmail IDs also is there. So it's getting on top of the search result. It was there earlier also, but it was not coming on top of it. But when we give a super strong command, in text is strong command, in text with double quote is super, super strong command. So that's where we started seeing this, all the Gmail IDs, all the Gmail IDs, all the Gmail IDs. Every search has a Gmail. Not necessarily always I have to use in-text HTML, in-text CSS, in-text JavaScript. Maybe for few keywords where you want to give a super strong command like Gmail or like +91 or something like that. Maybe for those kind of things you can use in-text, but not necessarily for every keyword. Then after that, CSS, HTML, JavaScript. That CSS, HTML, JavaScript is appearing in the text part of the search results. Yeah, Aruna, please tell.
Okay, in one of the examples, you had @gmail also, and here it is gmail.com. So what is the difference? Is there any difference?
Nothing like that. You can use @, you can use, we'll come there. But otherwise, normal.
Okay.
Yeah, Bhavani.
Okay, sure.
Shiv, so actually, I have a doubt here. We are using in text. We are using HTML, CSS, space JavaScript. So here, space itself is an end, right?
Space itself is and.
So, I mean, now here, if you see Novo resume here, software engineer resume example plus how to guide. In this link, I don't see HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Why is that? I mean, is
See,
it
this is
considering
only
all
the
the
text
key?
part of it. This is only the text part of it. But once you open the result, that HTML, CSS, JavaScript would be existing there. Like I just opened this result.
Okay, okay, okay. So in the sample, we are not able to see.
This is the samples. That's it. Okay, but otherwise, once we open it, the sample profiles over there, we'll be able to see that HTML, CSS,
There
JavaScript.
is an HTML.
There will be. Don't worry,
Is
there
it
will be. Now let's say,
will it search for the entire landing web page in the in text?
What?
So will it search for the entire landing web page if we mention in text? For example, in text gmail.com we have given. So will it search for that entire landing web page as soon as we click that, the link URL?
It will search for entire web page. Wherever there is a Gmail, it will start showing up on the top over here.
Got it.
Like let's say now we got this samples, right? So minus sample, example, template, job, jobs, apply, this apply. Okay, so we got samples, all those things. Anything else coming to mind? Sample, example, template, job, jobs.
Video.
Huh?
Videos. The YouTube link.
Video. Let's say YouTube. Okay. So jobs. Here we have a jobs board. JK jobs board, but resume here. I can exclude this jobs board, but this looks like a resume for me. Wow, it's asking me to download. Let me just download. Yeah, that's a resume. That's amazing. HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Nice one. Okay. Then Netlify. Here I have a resume. So it's now gathering the resume from across the various sites. There are hundreds and thousands and lakhs of sites. We really don't know how many. But this is all passive profile of candidates, which is available absolutely for free. Okay, this is on script.
Shiv,
Uh-huh.
Ravi here.
Yeah, Ravi.
By default, it will go for PDF or doc files. Like file format will by default be PDF. How
Nothing
exactly?
like
It will give all
that. It can be
formats.
anything. But we can define a file format. We'll come there later. When I'm using in URL,
Okay.
so this is not a PDF nor a doc. It's a web profile. I'm getting this one. Okay, now script. Here I can see the resume. Okay, and again this. Here I can see the resume. So I'll just take a doubt. I'll just take a pause. Any doubts and any confusion? How exactly this in URL is working? How exactly this in title is working? And how exactly this in text is working? And how exactly these keywords are working? And then minus, how exactly we have applied minus as well. Yeah, Bhavani, you have any doubt?
No,
Bhavani has
no.
raised hand.
Can you put on the chat?
You mean search you want me to put in the chat? And for some of you, it might
Yes,
not work.
please.
And for some of you, if it is a first time for you, in the first attempt, it might not work because you'll have to teach your system. When I say you have to teach your system, that means once you give 3, 4 times searches, then it will start learning and it will start giving you the results. Okay, maybe for the first time, because the system never
Hope it's
experienced
not
such
a
search.
case sensitive.
So can you show how you
What, Rohini?
can you please show how you built the search once?
I'll come there. We'll go in depth also. This is just on a high level. So first, what we have done like this in this example. First, we have taken a basic example like in URL. I mean, in URL, resume keyword to be mentioned in the in URL. Then I need, let's say this search I'll go. Okay, first command was, this is a strong command that we're giving to Google. We are saying by using these operators, by using these commands, we are giving a command to Google saying that get me the list of result which has resume in the URL part. Next result in URL resume. Along with the second command, which also has software engineer as a phrase as it is in the title part of the search results. All right. Also the third command, I also want the profiles, a list of results, which has gmail.com as a text part of a search results. That is third command. And again, fourth command, I'm saying I also need an additional keywords like HTML, CSS, JavaScript as a part of a search result. Again, fifth command, sixth command, in fact, I'm saying remove all that sample, example, template, jobs, apply, YouTube. So 6 commands I gave here. At the time, we gave us 6 commands to the Google, and that's where we're able to get this beautiful results. So that's the reason I was telling on a basics. Please focus, 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 because if that not gets correct, here we won't be able to come anytime. If that is correct, here we can use it to its extent level. Now you understand why we need that. Now, entitled software engineer or software developer. or software programmer or SDE or front-end engineer and then index gmail.com, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Now I get that software engineer, software developer, furthermore results, 4,000 plus results, furthermore results. Software engineer, software developer. So here I'm getting online resume, but once I open the profile, wherever the titling is there are some of the web pages, they give a titling, something like if I just go to LinkedIn, okay, and once I click on view profile, and once I go to edit, okay, it will ask me. So there is a title here. So it will ask me to give a title. So some of the web pages have a title in their profiles where people can go and mention the title. And that's where it might not show on top of like this resume, online resume, flow CV. But once you open the resume, once you open the profile, you'll be able to see the title, software developer like this. Awesome CVs, in fact. Two good ones, in fact.
Shiv,
Yeah,
hope these
I'll just take a
operators are
few.
not case sensitive, right?
They are case sensitive and has
No.
to be written in a small capital letters, small letters. Will come there about the thumb rules and the use cases will
Okay.
come there. First, understand what is that in URL operator is doing, which is basically helping us to get me a list of keywords in the URL part of a search result. What in title is doing, it is basically helping me to get all those web profiles which has software engineer or software developer or software programmer or SD or front-end engineer as a title of the pages. And what in-text is doing, gmail.com, getting me the list of results which has gmail.com as a part of the text. And then HTML, CSS, JavaScript. That is and HTML and CSS and JavaScript. So if I have to read, this would be in URL resume and in title software engineer or software developer or software programmer or SDE or front-end engineer and intextgmail.com and HTML and CSS and JavaScript. Not sample, not example, not template, not job, not jobs, not apply, not YouTube. And that's how we got these many results. Similarly, now let's say in URL, also resume or CPU. Okay. Now here is a use case. Shiv, here you have used the space before and after or, but here you are not using a space before and after or. That's the reason in yesterday's session I mentioned we may use it, we may not use it. Based on the use cases in future, when we go to some of the advanced searches, we'll go. Now, in this case, in URL, I'm not using space. The reason being, there is no URL on the whole World Wide Web which has a space in between. You go for any URL on the whole World Wide Web. If you see this URL, if you see this URL, if you see this URL, it's not possible to build a URL without a space. With a space, sorry. If you see this also, it's not possible for a World Wide Web to build a page which has a space in between. Let's say if I just go to my GitHub, Just give me a second, team. I don't know where this code has gone. Sign in verification. Okay, now I just go to this repository. So let's say if there's supposed to be a space in between this course space content, when I host it, what will become? It will become course sci-fi content, course underscore content, or anything. I'm going to cover much in detail on how the URLs are constructed. I will not go right now, otherwise it will confuse and make it sound, and it will make us sound it's really difficult. So I don't want to go over there now. So just keep one thing in mind. There is no URL which has a space on the whole World Wide Web. That's reason while using resume and pipe CV, resume or CV, I'm not using any space over there. And when I search, I get furthermore results. I get resumes, I get CVs, who has mentioned in the URL part of the search results, like this CV or resume. And similarly, in title, I'll get software engineer or anything like that. Software India or software developer. Here you're saying I'm not getting software engineer here. Yes, I'm not getting software engineer because in the page, they would have mentioned titles somewhere or the other. Like in LinkedIn, I just shown the example. Here, if I go, LinkedIn will ask me to mention the title. Okay. So here, once I go for edit, here there is a titling part. So LinkedIn will ask me to get a title. So similarly, I just come back to home. Now let's say I just view some profiles randomly. Okay. Now, in these links we see, now in these four profiles, okay, what is common in this? In this four profile, in what extent there is constant part in the URL? What is common in that four profiles?
linkedin.com/in.
Right? So I'll say in URL linkedin.com/in for our individual profiles. And then I'll say all this. All right. And then I'll say maybe Bangalore. All right. Okay, now we get all those results. Okay, who has mentioned, who has come from LinkedIn, where their title is. So in the URL, linkedin.com/in, linkedin.com. So this is the old format of it, in.linkedin.com. But once you open, you will see that it's a linkedin.com/in. So don't worry about it. Google remembers the data and that's what it throws. But once you open it, you'll get all the profile which are linkedin.com/in. All right. So now if you see all the profiles has that HTML, CSS, JavaScript along with their email IDs. And then what we mentioned in URL, linkedin.com/in, then in title, software engineer or software developer or software programmer or SDE, all that we are getting in the title. And then we have mentioned in text, gmail.com. So I'm getting all those profiles who would have mentioned their Gmail IDs in the profile. Additionally, we also mentioned we need additional skills, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And that's how we got the results. So any doubts, any confusion? So don't go too advanced. First, understand the concept, what in URL is doing, what in title is doing, what in text is doing. Understand the concept of what these three advanced operators are doing. And once you understand the concept of what these three advanced operators are doing, tomorrow you will not learn why only A for apple, why not A for aeroplane. That is where you will stand. So understand the concept behind it, how exactly these command operators are working. I would call them as a command operator because we are giving an additional command to Google by using this operator saying that get me a list of result which has resume in the URL or get me a list of result which has linkedin.com/in because that is a constant pattern for every LinkedIn profile. And also we are saying along with that, get me a profiles who has mentioned software engineer in the title part of the profiles. Also we are saying also get me a profiles who has mentioned Gmail profiles, Gmail IDs in the profile. Also get me a profile with HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Yeah, Aruna, you have a question?
Yeah, Shiv. Shiv, what if we use in URL linkedin.com/in and then again we use in URL resume, then will we get resumes on LinkedIn?
No. So in URL is, see, now you're saying I'll use in URL linkedin.com and again in URL resume.
Yeah.
Okay. So no candidate mention resume in the URL. So how is that linkedin.com, LinkedIn URL is getting constructed? Either it is modified, this one is modified, or the combination of their first name, hyphen, middle name, hyphen, last name, first name, hyphen, middle name, hyphen, last name. So this is a part of a URL. If I mention in URL linkedin.com along with in URL resume, then what will happen? I don't means I may not get any profile because no candidate mentioned resume in the URL of the page. Because the LinkedIn profile URL itself is like this. First, understanding the URL pattern. That's what I mentioned. I'll go in a little advanced session how these URLs are constructed so that you know. Okay, that I'll cover in little advanced session. But now just focus on what in URL is doing here. Similarly, let's say instead of using like this, if I say in URL linkedin.com or in URL resume, then I might get a result because it is fetching either from the linkedin.com or from the open web. Who would I mention? This is a LinkedIn profiles. This is open web profiles. Yeah, does that answer your question? But if I use both, that means there is no possibility of, means in case candidate mentions, okay, in the name. So generally how URL is getting constructed with the combination of their first name, middle name, last name, and some alphanumeric number. So it is very unlikely that person will mention, go edit their URL and mention resume in the URL. You're getting my point? So let's say if I edit a public profile, if I want to edit this public profile, this one, person will not mention resume here. Okay, person will not mention resume here. Fine, you will get the result, but just in case if person has mentioned the resume there. But it's very unlikely that person will mention a resume there. So understand
Shiv,
the concept.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Shiv, by using these advanced operators like in URL, in title, and in text, can we
Mhm.
search for the LinkedIn profiles with the resumes in it? I mean, particularly those profiles, those who have uploaded their resume on the LinkedIn.
No, we don't have an option like that. But there's another way to do it. We'll come back to it later.
Fine, thank you.
Okay.
Shiv, one question. So, see, after the comment operators, right? For if you look at in URL or in text or in title, you explained that we are not giving space, right? Now, if we give space, also there is a result, but it is different from what is being displayed. So, what is the logic behind that?
It will understand it as a text. So if I just say in URL and in title or in text like this. Okay. So this I'm still getting a results. Okay. But that URL here in URL is understood as a text. It did not understood as an operator.
Okay.
So
Shiv,
yeah.
I have basic questions like in URL resume CV. By this command, Google understand get me a profile or get me profiles which have mentioned resume in any URL, right? That doesn't mean we are getting resumes or CV actually.
No, I didn't get your point. Can you please repeat?
So whoever has mentioned resume or CV in the URL pattern will be getting those profiles. That doesn't mean we will be getting the actual resumes or CV.
No, those are actual resumes. You're correct. I got your question. Who has mentioned the resume or CV in the URL? We're getting those results, but they might not be a actual CVs, right?
Maybe someone,
Something like this.
hosted a CV in the, maybe someone hosted a file naming just resume or CV, and we are getting that URL.
All that URL who has
Only a
mentioned
file
resume or
with a
CV.
name.
Now, if you see, this is GitHub page. Okay, this is not a resume, but this is a GitHub page. But they have posted here. But if you go here, you have a decent enough of information of resume.
Yeah, I mean, that's not actual resume, but we are getting someone who has mentioned resume in the URL part. We'll be
URL
getting
part.
all those profiles.
Absolutely. Otherwise, if you open pretty much profiles, so pretty much those are decent resumes. So something will not get through if it is some pirated sites. But otherwise, most of the things will get through. So this is again a resume, decent one. This is again a resume, decent one. This is again a resume. And they're really good ones, in fact, which we might not find even on our job portals. Yeah. So I'll just take a pause. Any doubts on any questions on what in URL is doing, what in title is doing, what in text is doing? Are we good? Yes, no?
Yes, sure.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
let's cover some more.
Yes.
So we'll take a pause for today. Again, we'll come back tomorrow. Do some homework on this. Try running up some searches for your live requirements and come up with the questions. And then we'll cover some of the thumb rules. Yeah.
Shiv, Ravi here.
Yeah.
Can you come back to that page where we had the query, where we put the search? Yeah. I wanted to ask, like, how many characters, for example, we had put here software engineer, like, no, below, but the one which we're doing now on the Google search. How many characters it can support? Like, is there any limitation to it? Or we can have a number of, like, in title, software engineer, software developer.
That you can use number of in title, number of in URLs. That's not a problem. But your search should have maximum of 32 keywords. the length of a search should have maximum of 32 keywords, what Google generally supports. If it goes beyond 32, then it
Oh,
keeps dropping the keyword and it will say which keywords are getting dropped, which has a least number of results. Those are the keywords which will get dropped.
okay. 32 including the operators or just the keywords, like only the keywords?
Including the
Like
operators.
32. Okay, including the operators. Yeah. Thank you.
That's the reason we don't use unnecessary and or not not, because first of all, it won't understand. And second thing, we have a limited space.
One question. So in URL and site, if you use site, is both the same or different?
We'll come there later. First, focus on the concept what we're covering today.
Shiv, I
Yeah.
have a question.
We'll come
So
there
on
later.
the in URL resume pipe CV, right?
Hmm.
Is there no space because it's not want in URL to break?
No, there is no space. The reason because there is no URL on the whole World Wide Web which has a space. It's not possible to host anything on the World Wide Web with a space. Technically, it is not possible.
Sure.
Shiv, what if you use and instead of or there in URL resume or CV? So if you want to use and CV, so how do we use that?
In URL resume and CV. First of all, people will not mention in URL resume and CV both. Either of the thing they'll mention.
Not likely resume or CV, maybe in another context, let's say software testing, maybe.
Okay, let's say in URL resume. Multiple in URLs, you can use it. That's not a problem. Let's say in URL. Boolean. In URL Boolean, in URL biryani. Let's see if we get some results. Oh, we have a result. Okay, 0 results. We have it. Okay, let's say in URL biryani, in URL
food
kebab. Okay, yeah, we have results. So videos you excluded. Now, if you see this, okay, so you have biryani and you have kebab in the URL, both the keywords in the URL. So in URL, you're giving first keyword and second keyword. Again, in URL, you're giving second keyword. Let's see this result. So kebab, biryani. Again,
okay.
let's see this.
Yes, if we remove the second in URL, then it search in the works as a text, right? In text.
It will go as a text. Then kebab will be there in the URL
Okay,
for
okay.
compulsory. And the biryani can be there anywhere. It could be in the title, it could be in the URL, it could be the text, it can be anywhere.
Got it, got it.
You can use multiple URLs. Like in this example, you see, we have a biryani and kebab, both the things in the URL part. So we have biryani and kebab. So it's like that. You can use multiple keywords. Yeah.
Okay,
So I'll just take a pause.
Shiv, as a thumb rule, we know that there should be a space before and after the or, but in URL we don't do that. So is that exception or
no? Thumb rule. Whenever we use or, we may or we may not need a space based on the use case. Okay. Normally here, software engineer, we're using a or and we're giving a spaces. All right. But wherein in the URL part, when I say there is no URL which has a space in between. So that is the reason for URL
Correct.
part, it is a thumb rule that whenever we use in URL, there shouldn't be any space. There is a thumb rule for in URL. So here
Yes,
I'm using
got
in
it.
URL, resume or CV. So thumb rule for in URL, there shouldn't be any space while using in URL. The reason because there is no URL which has a space in the whole World Wide Web. What will happen if I just give a space like this? It will go only till the in URL resume, and that CV can be anywhere in the page. It could be a part of URL. Means it goes and search in URL resume or CV. CV will become as a text search. It can be the URL part, it can be a title part, or it can be a text part. But if I want in URL resume or CV, then I have to give like this without space. Okay, CV maker,
Shiv, I have a question.
visual CV. Yeah.
So in the previous search, you are using multiple in URL kebab and in URL biryani. So the search result will give us either kebab or biryani or
No,
combination
we are
of both
searching
in
for.
the URL.
No. What is this? Can you read this? In URL.
In URL kebab
And
in URL biryani.
so if you have to read that
And
string.
sorry, in URL kebab and in URL biryani. Sorry.
Exactly. So what will you get? As
Kebab
per
and
the rule of
biryani
and,
both.
as per the rule of and, kebab and biryani both. Because I have used and in URL kebab and in URL biryani. That means I will get only those URLs which has kebab and biryani both in the URL part. If I use or in between, then I'll get either kebab or biryani in the URL part.
Shiv, I have one question. So like you mentioned here two in URL kebab and in URL biryani. So in the same way, we can mention many other in URL also.
You
I
can
mean,
mention.
instead of 2, 3, 4, 5.
You can mention. Feel free to, but the logic has to be correct. Think in that way. Will the human will upload the profile like that? Think like a machine. Think like a machine, thinking that will the human will upload a profile like this. Like someone mentioned, if I use in URL linkedin.com/in and in URL resume, will I get all those profiles who has a resumes? So first understand the structure of URL. So that's where I was coming. For the advance of, so there's an advanced session after this, which we're going to cover. Anatomy of a URL, how URLs are built. Then you can understand, okay, this is how I'll be using it. But otherwise, you can definitely pretty much use multiple URLs.
Okay.
Okay. So as I mentioned, we'll come to the little advanced by next week. We'll go on anatomy of the URL, and then you'll realize how powerful this in URL operator is and the whole anatomy of the URL. Then you'll be able to connect the dots. Then you'll be able to see, oh yeah, this is how I can come up with a great strings. Then you'll understand basically why not only A for apple? It can be A for aeroplane or anything else. That's where you'll start building that conceptual understanding of the Boolean stuff in your mind. But for now, focus on what in URL is doing, what in title is doing, what in text is doing, and what additional keywords and what not is doing. Play with it, do some research, do some searches. You'll have a lot of questions. Ping in our group. We'll discuss over there as well. But keep practicing. Next week is going to be more crucial. Every week we go in advanced level, it becomes crucial. But 1 week you miss in between, you're gone. Now itself you're realizing that if you miss 1 week in between, you're gone because every session is linked to next session. All right. Are you seeing some differences?
I mean, can we get this weekend batch notes link?
Yeah, this is the link, same link. Please bookmark it. I'm sending it here once more.
Okay.
Okay, just bookmark it. And now going for some of the thumb rules and all. We'll come later. First, we'll do this. Then we have one more session on this. Only on this in URL site, in URL in title and in text. We have one more session on this, more little in depth. But till then, just practice on it. Then we'll have one more session that way you'll be refreshing, where we'll say each and every operator we'll cover, and we'll say what each and every operator is doing and how it is doing, and then the thumb rules of it. That we'll do it in the next session. Now it will be way too much. Otherwise, in this speed, some people might get confused. No? Let's go slow. So just focus on what in URL is doing here, what in title is doing here, what in text is doing here, and additional keywords and not. So build some keywords like that. Start sending in the group. If they're correct, if they're wrong, I'll start mentoring you. I'll start telling you what's right and wrong with that particular searches, and we'll drive the engagement from there. Yeah.
Shiv, one quick question.
Yes,
To
Santosh.
get a more narrowed search result, is it good to use all these three operators together in URL, in text, and in title?
Yeah, it's a good practice.
To
But yeah,
use
again,
all the three.
it's a best practice. But again, sometimes we might come across a situation where I'm only using in URL resume, and I'm not using in title. I'm just using just keywords and all, but I'm getting more results. So it depends on what kind of a searches we are making. So it's not necessarily always we have to use all three. But understand all three, then you will know when to use well and how to use.
Okay.
Shiv, correct me if I'm wrong. I guess we haven't covered double quotations, asterisk, and dot in the weekend batch, did we?
No, we haven't. We'll come there later.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we'll come there later. So any doubts, any questions, team? Are we good? Are we seeing some changes in last 1 week from the learnings what we're getting?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
no?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
definitely.
Hmm?
Yes.
All right then. So great then. Let's connect next weekend. I think weekend batches are going much faster than the weekday batches. I don't know why it is. Though we're going slow, but I somehow feel like
Yes,
2 weekends.
I just feel the same.
Huh?
Yeah, I was attending the weekdays batch, and today you have covered lots of things. The mini here.
Exactly. Yeah, the whole 5 days thing. I think more
Yeah.
than 5 days thing what we covered. We have covered in 2 days, in fact.
In evening batch, 1 day of gap there in evening batch. So we have covered things, but yeah,
Why
we
why
are
is
just
it so? Is that in the normal weekdays we are going it in a more detailed way, or
No,
is
we are
there
going
any
the same speed,
difference?
but I really don't know.
Like,
Okay,
sure,
That's
it
what I'm
might be just
feeling.
a
I really don't.
time.
We're going with the same speed. In fact, we're going more slow in the means we're going with the normal speed itself in the
Shiv,
weekdays.
actually, the number of participants are more, and we have much more breaks in between for asking questions. Because the count of participants are much higher in the weekday batch, evening batch
Because the
especially.
participant count is higher, and there are a lot of questions actually. So that could be one reason that we are going a little slow over there. But let's see. Let's observe. Then maybe based on the observations for this all three batches, maybe a future batch, whatever we create, we can confirm like if we do it only for the weekend or something like that. We'll see. We'll see. We'll learn from our experiences. All right. So, Tim, are you seeing some differences that you're making from past 1 week?
Yes, Shiv.
yes,
You feel that you're
definitely.
progressing. You feel that you're understanding. You feel some
Yes.
changes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
no? Great.
Yes,
Yes.
Shiv.
So yeah,
Yes,
that's it
yes.
for today. Let's connect next week. Meanwhile, keep practicing on it and also start sending the homeworks. All right.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
All right then. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you, Shiv. Good night.
Where do we send the homeworks and Shiv?
In WhatsApp group, I'll send you the homework.
Sorry?
In WhatsApp group, I'll send you the homework.
Okay, okay, great.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.